on, set. 70, Indy. Twist on, travel.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and they work this well upfield across the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
On the ready.
All day, dog. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Hey.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And the Chargers first down.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A toss play, Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain there of 21 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here we go. 60 or. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Watch the air. Show it. Show it.
Topper. Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Let's go.
Hey, 57 colors. 15.
Mike, 58, right there. Silver.
On 2nd down, Williams. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Gordon. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. To throw is Rivers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And Watson has it right side. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And taken right on the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, brings that time.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Kelce, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. The 40, the 30, 10. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
Mike 10.
Hey, yellow, go.
Check 20. Topper.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man, that's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
We gonna shut. Stop your whining. Begin.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Yellow. On the line,
58, come on. 3 bud.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here I come.
They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
There goes Melvin Gordon, 20. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Let's go. Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Yellow, yellow. On the line. Hey, watch the ball. Check. 15.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half.
Let's bring it. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Rivers on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
1st down, Los Angeles.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid. Protein spill. Kill.
Throwing again. Rivers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Let's go, baby.
Play action now. Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You got three down.
49, check 49. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You can't block me.
Hey, 43.
58, boy, 58. Mike.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Heavy on the edges.
And again, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mahomes to throw once more. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never wanted to make...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They run on first down with Jackson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 36.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Coming to you. Alert 3.
61, Matchbox White. Snap.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Open man, it's Allen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Chargers.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Set. 8 read.
2 times. 2 times. 4 down.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Shoot.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Come on,
Ready?
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Badgley's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Denzel Perryman in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Watch the run.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Yellow. Arsenal 80.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Alert.
15.
Fresno. 66. Bullet high.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Watch the pass. Sponge. No.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
Push him back.
Again to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 6'6", pull it high. Hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Let's go. 10 Tucson.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Woo-hoo!
5.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Jim. Hey, 15.
Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Benny Logan. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Snap.
Let's make these babies cry.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Jackson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
80's getting the ball here. 80's getting the ball.
Here I come.
Greystone travel. Shoot.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They run again with Jackson. And an alley to run. The 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Watt. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Tighten down. There you go.
Going with a big fullback, Watt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nate Hairston. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go, set, 70, Indy. 50,
You must be dreaming.
Now.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Get it.
And they will take a knee here.
Stick on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for L.A. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.